thank you, Nicole. It certainly inspires me as my first evaluation to be able to follow up with a very good speech. It was a pleasure. First item of praise is wonderful use of body language. It was not a rah-rah type of presentation. It was very commanding and professional, and your vocal tonality as well as your eye contact was very appropriate for the content that you were presenting. I like the use of the slides. I'm a big PowerPoint person or keynote person myself, and so I do appreciate having that content there to reinforce the verbal, having the visual as well as the verbal coming into me, so you get that reinforcement. And I like the fact that it's directly applicable to all of us. The topic, we are all Toastmasters. It's not like you were giving a speech for mothers or for teachers or professionals. This was very applicable to everybody, so it's very good. On some points of polish, the slide font on some of them were very small, especially on the quotes. So I was finding myself trying to read the quote more so. It didn't help that I wasn't wearing my glasses, than listening to you during those moments, even though I knew you were reading the quote yourself while I was trying to read it myself, but it took me away from you when you are the focus of the speech, and the slides are supposed to reinforce it. When possible, I know geography of the room will dictate this. I like having the computer in front of me, so I'm always facing the audience while I'm presenting, so I never have to turn back and take my eye contact away from the audience. And I know that's a limitation in the room, just in case that's something you want to consider in the future. One reference you made to Robert's rules, you made a blanket statement during that point, and when you make a blanket statement, you never know who's in your audience. I actually spent all day yesterday in a meeting governed by Robert's rules, and I'm not a big fan of them, but I know where they are. And rather than say one thing is good or bad, regardless of what the topic is, I use the examples of what tool fits the job. For example, should I get a Mac or a PC? Should I get an iPhone or an Android? I ask, what do you want to do? And so Robert's rules has, say, an advantage in one rule, and asking questions, or whatever the topic might be, would be more applicable. So try to toning, preventing from alienating some members of an audience using blanket statements at any point I would look at. Interestingly, you did make note of this in your assumptions slide, so I know you knew that, but somehow it slipped into the presentation, so I just wanted to make note of that. I do think you had an excellent command of the language. The linguistics did not distract from the presentation. I have found myself using wonderful words. I think sometimes that's for me using that as an entertainment form, but for you, it would have distracted the audience if you were using flowery words. They were very on point for the audience and for the topic. They say you speak at the 4th or 5th grade level of the newspaper, so it was very harmonious with the content. And so your speech did inspire me to ask powerful and probing questions. It lets me leave this meeting wanting to make actionable tasks so that we as all Toastmasters can have significant results, especially for our club.